Hi class, welcome to Module 1. This provides an introduction to health psychology through 4 topics spanning 4 chapters. This first module is pretty dense because it's important that you have a good foundation on which to build for the rest of the semester. So let's get started. Let me give you a brief overview of the 4 topics you'll be covering in Module 1. First, you'll be covering an introduction to health psychology. So what is health psychology? What do health psychologists do? Next, we'll be covering research methods in the psychological sciences. How do researchers know what they know in health psychology? Next, we'll go over biological systems, which is basically anatomy and physiology, and how your biological systems impact and are impacted by your psychological state. And finally, we'll cover epigenetics, which discusses how nature and nurture work together for you to consider how this has implications for your health. These topics introduce a common theme that you will see throughout this course. I'm going to be challenging you to apply what we discussed to your life, the health of you and your loved ones, and your career. For example, consider these statistics presented in your book. Think of how these statistics apply to your life and the ones you love and their health. Given most of you are entering into a health-related career, how does what we cover in the first module impact how you approach clients? You may receive excellent medical training and know everything there is to know about how to treat a disease, but do you know how to work with your patients so they will follow through with the necessary treatment? Each topic and module have specific learning objectives that I've targeted through the activities that I choose. You can think of these learning objectives as main takeaway messages, or what I think is most important for you to learn. Please check these out on Blackboard and read through them to know what I think the big picture idea is. For example, Topic 1 has a learning objective to describe the benefits of the biopsychosocial model in comparison to the traditional medical model and apply the biopsychosocial model to a personal health experience. This is important because the biopsychosocial model is really the foundation of this course. We will come back to it again and again. It seems like a no-brainer, but we didn't used to take into consideration how there are more than just biological predictors of health. Psychological factors and social influences also impact how people fare. In this manner, our current approach focuses more on quality of life and subjective well-being rather than absence of disease. The next 2 topics may be a review for many of you, but are incredibly important material. We will first cover research methods, which you may have covered in research methods course or experimental psychology course. Then we will cover biological foundations of health and illness, which many of you may have covered in biology or anatomy and physiology. If you have not had this background and this is new material or material you need a refresher on, I'm providing good learning activities that will help you get you where you need to go. In other words, for some of you, these are a review and you'll quickly move towards your quizzes and health profiles. But for others, these are going to be pretty dense weeks, and I encourage you to contact me if you have any questions. Your final topic is epigenetics, which is basically the idea that nature and nurture is more than the sum of its parts. As a developmental psychologist, I'm really interested in this topic because it outlines how the environment, or nurture, and genetics, or nature, influence human development. For each topic, you will have different learning activities to provide you the necessary background to complete assignments. Look at your syllabus on the last page for a checklist for your deadlines. They are all due by midnight on the date outlined in the syllabus. There are only 3 types of assignments. Each topic requires a quiz and health profile, and each module requires a module assignment. Please check out tips for doing well on quizzes and health profiles on Blackboard. I want to assure you that you will improve in these over the first few topics. Students typically have their lowest scores at the beginning of the semester as you figure out how to write up your health profiles in a scientific manner and how to best study for your quizzes. While there are 12 health profiles, some are discussion posts and some are journal entries. Keep the difference in mind so you don't forget to make a peer post. A discussion post means you have 2 peer comments. In other words, you're having a discussion. A journal entry is typically something more personal, like what you would write in a personal journal. Your first module assignment will help you to think about the first 4 topics collectively. You need to identify one prevention program in the community you believe is based upon theory and research relevant to health psychology. Check out Blackboard for a worksheet you must complete, as well as the rubric by which your work will be graded. So that provides you a bit of background about this first module. Welcome to my class. I hope you enjoyed learning about these first 4 topics so that you have a great foundation on health psychology by which to finish out the rest of the semester.